So good evening, yogis, and just begin wherever you're comfortable, seated or lying down. But just before you do get comfortable, maybe if you have a candle handy, I'd like to do Tratak for the meditation that we'll do after just this sort of lying down session. So if you need a moment just to go and grab something, then please do. And then seated or lying down, whatever your body needs this evening, have a moment just to reflect how your day's been. Nice deep breaths. And just start to relax. Bring the consciousness inwards. Check through your physical body for what you're holding. Notice what you're holding emotionally. And also the link between the two. Quite often what we're holding emotionally, if it's a heavy emotion, we'll feel it in our body. You might feel it in the neck or the shoulders, or it will come out through the back or a disruption in your digestive system. Perhaps it's an exacerbation of an ache that you already do have. So notice when your emotions change through events in life, where it reveals itself. It's quite fascinating to know where the body holds the cellular memory of events and issues that are perhaps left unsolved or that are lingering within us. It's another proof, really, of the mind, body, and spiritual connection. Certainly mind, body. When we know that we're holding something physically, and we do eventually let it go on an emotional level, we can perhaps notice the relief in the body too. And maybe when we relieve the physical through movement or breath, it actually alleviates the emotional feeling too. Working both ways. So just take a few more deep breaths with it, whether you're seated or lying down. And if you are lying down, just take a moment to hug the knees in. Enjoy a little rock, massage the back. And just in your own time, there's no rush, join me to seated. It's nice when we can have a practice that we just do at our own pace, because life can be such a series of timely events, isn't it? If you've got something that you can just raise your candle just a little bit so that it's sort of coming nearer eye level, even if it can't be entirely eye level, that's the ideal position. But just lifting it and allowing the candle to be safe, where it isn't going to get knocked over by pets or anything. And with Tratak, we're gazing at the heart of the flame, so not the top or the bottom, really into the heart of the flame. And hopefully the flame is quite steady without a draft around you. When the eyes start to sort of maybe get tired or start to sting a little, they may even water a little bit. It's very cleansing for the eyes, this practice. We'll close them. And we'll see that kind of almost like a negative image in the mind's eye of the candle that we've just been gazing at. And then when you feel ready, open the eyes again. And it's just a constant gaze at the flame, gently close the eyes. We open and gaze at the flame again. It's very, very relaxing. So I'm going to start the timer for about 5 minutes. So just relax. Relax your eyes and your face, and just maybe the eyes start to go a little bit cross-eyed and blurry. That's okay. Relax your shoulders and body. Try not to blink, but if you do, that's okay. Just totally focused on the flame. Nice gentle breath. Whenever you're ready, everyone will be different. Just shut the eyes. When you feel ready, you can open them again. Notice perhaps if your eyes do dart about a little bit. Whenever you're ready, you just close them when you want to. Being aware of what you see with your eyes closed. And usually as that image fades, you can open them again. Noticing what other colours you see when your eyes are closed. And then when you're ready, let's just return back from Tratak. Opening your eyes if they were closed at this particular point, and noticing how you feel. I find it very calming, actually. Every now and then my eyes go a little bit blurry and I do actually have to blink a few times. And sometimes the candle almost seems really bright, a lot brighter, and the heart of it seems to be the brightest point sometimes as well. So the practice kind of changes and evolves as you do it. If you want to leave your candle on, you can, as long as it's safe. I'm going to just blow mine out just in case. Popping it aside. And then we're going to take our first pose, dragonfly. Nice wide-legged practice to start. If you would like a little rolled up towel just under the edge of the buttocks, that can feel quite comfortable, or maybe something soft under your knees, that's always an option. And then when you're ready, we'll just sink forward. Close the eyes. Take a nice deep breath as we just find this position and settle. And really just take a moment to feel whatever you're feeling as we come into this pose. What's the feeling to start with? And we'll compare this with how we feel a bit later on. As you relax your feet and legs, notice if one leg is feeling the stretch more deeply than the other, even without you doing anything. Relax the feet, muscles around the knees and thighs. As you bring your awareness up your body to your shoulders and neck, see if you can let go. And then when you feel like you've relaxed everything, bringing your awareness to your breath, nice awareness on your breath in your belly. Feel the movement in your back. As we come halfway into this time in this pose, just see if you can move a little bit further into it. If anything has softened enough to progress. And just keep looking for any tension that you're still holding. Still aware of your breath. And just making small adjustments to feel new, fresh sensation. Let's take a few more breaths here. And nice and slowly, just gently lift up. As we release that stretch through the legs, we can feel it ease off, and then we'll come into neutral pose. Really nice pose for liver, kidneys and spleen that run on the inside of our legs. So take your time here. Take 2 or 3 breaths just to really let the spine and back soften. And as you do this, notice what part of your body is the last part to really let go. Where do we hold on to that tension the most? And then let go of it last of all. It might be your lumbar spine, it might be the neck. And you can always talk to your body. I know it sounds strange, but commune with what you're feeling as you link a certain physical sensation within the body. Notice if it's linked with an emotion or it's tied to a situation. Ask it a yes and no answer, and you'll often get kind of just an intuitive guidance. And with one more breath, we will just relax here for a moment. And hug the knees in. We're going to come into twisted roots. A nice twist. So this evening I'm going to use a bit of padding for the knees. I'm going to use a cushion for my knees. Bring it over to your right hand side, and I've just got a rolled up blanket for my shoulder. Sometimes I use a second cushion. So we'll start lying down again and bringing your left leg over your right. So just crossing legs over. And then I just like to sort of bring my body over to the left and roll it to the right. Make sure you're comfortable under your hip, because we are lying in on our side a lot of the time. So just a bit more padding if need be. And then I've got that soft blanket on under my left shoulder. Take a moment to fidget. And then just find the place where everything can relax and soften. Let go of the tension in the legs, especially the tightness in the upper inner thighs. Let your legs just sort of gradually slip until they find the place where they're going to just land. This is great for your digestive system. So if there's something that you can't assimilate or digest at the moment, it's very difficult to, as I say, digest in life, a shift or a change, then this pose will help encourage obviously our physical digestion, but also life. Sometimes things can take a long time to digest. But just deep breathing. The energy will move through you. No feeling is final. Always shifting and changing. Keep relaxing the inner thighs and legs, and really look towards the shoulders and neck for softness too. Where does it feel good? Are you enjoying perhaps this evening a lovely stretch on the outer buttock and thigh on the left? Or does it feel really nourishing in your lower back and belly? Perhaps there's a really lovely stretch around the left shoulder and the left part of the chest. There'll be times that you come into this twist really easily. And then there'll be times where you find it hard and it's a challenge to keep letting go. So just notice where you are with this evening. Relaxing neck and face. Just keep following your breath. Let's take one more deep breath together. And really slowly working your way into neutral. So uncrossing your legs, just lifting your body gently. Take your time, move slowly. And maybe as you come into this pose, it's a little bit easier to soften through the back. It doesn't take as long. What do you feel? Where do you feel it? Where's the chi moving? What do you feel? Coolness through the thighs, maybe around the groin. Check in with the sides of your body. Keep relaxing. Maybe wrists and forearms could soften a bit more. And then when you're ready, let's hug the knees in for a little rock before we come to turn to the left. Enjoy what you're feeling. Have a moment of gratitude, grateful for our arms, our legs, this body that we're in, this vehicle. When you're in a gratitude state, you cannot feel negative emotion. It is impossible. So it's always lovely to come into a gratitude state. Let's come into the other side. So bring the knee cushion over to the left. And then a nice little support maybe for the right shoulder. And then we'll gradually just bring right leg over left, just crossing them over. And then find your way into twisted roots this side, using whatever supports you need. You might come into the pose and think, oh no, I need a little bit more added support somewhere, so just go grab it. Take a moment to get comfortable on your left hip as well. With a few breaths, we can just relax. Relax your calf muscles. Relax around the thighs. Notice if you're a little bit tense in your belly and abdominal muscles. And then maybe the neck, as you release the chin, tucks in. Enjoy your breath. And follow your breath. You can really look where it moves in your body. Nice stretch around the right buttock and thigh. So as this pose kind of wrings out our body physically, we can almost think about how it can wring us out emotionally. If there's anything that we don't want to, or we know doesn't serve us, can we imagine wringing it out? Could be a negative belief that really doesn't serve us anymore, but we can become very attached to them. Perhaps if it's been handed down by the family, or in some way it served us in the past but no longer does. Enjoy this gentle breath. And then when you're ready, one more breath. And we can just slowly move out. Being really conscious of your body, especially if there's any tenderness in your lower spine that you normally have. Lovely mindful movements. And then coming down. Enjoy whatever you're feeling, whatever relief you're feeling. Noticing parts of the body you don't normally notice, perhaps. As you lie there, tune into your solar plexus, the area above your navel, lovely yellow energy, which is linked with your feeling of self-esteem, that feeling that you have about yourself. Just checking in how you do feel about yourself. Whether there's just a nice light, positive feeling linked in there. So when you're ready, let's draw our knees together into chest. Have a nice rock. You might find that you find your tummy rumbling a little bit, especially coming out of a twist. We've stimulated the area of the digestive system. So rolling up to seated, we're going to come into flamingo. If you've got a cushion or a little blanket, I like to use this. This is a pose where we bend the left, we'll do the left one first, and then we place the foot on top of the right leg. And then we can just lean back. I like to use a little bit of support and padding here because I think kind of foot right above on the sort of the thigh bones where the knee is as well. It can be a little bit, I don't know, hard and uncomfortable. So I do like to use a bit of padding. You might find that your leg is quite lifted off of the mat. And so this evening, I'm actually going to use a nice cushion to support so that I don't feel like I have to engage the muscles in this left leg to hold the pose together. And then just leaning back. Have a moment just to fidget and get comfortable. And you can just let the head rest downwards if you want to. Where are you holding tension still? This is a lovely stimulation for your arms too, because we're resting into the arms. So lung and heart and the large and small intestine. Try and relax into the shoulders. And just keep checking in with where you're holding tension still. How does your left hip feel? If you're using some support under your leg, it might be quite comfortable. And gradually, if you want to just sort of feel it more, you can remove some of the supports. How do you like this pose? Is it comfortable? Maybe not as restful as some of the others? What does it bring up for you internally? Try and relax around the tops of the legs and the pelvis. And we'll take a couple of breaths. When you're ready, just coming into neutral nice and slowly. You might feel, I can really feel that in my arms this evening, so notice again where you're most feeling that. Relax the lower back. And just keep looking through the body for anything else that you can let go. And just enjoying the stillness and silence for a moment. And bringing these in. Take a moment here, no rush. And then coming up for the other side, extending left leg, right foot brought across. Use whatever padding you want to and wherever you need it. And we'll do about 3 minutes here, which is all we did on the other side, so not the full length that we'd normally do in this pose. How long does it take you to relax? Close your eyes and just go inward. Notice what or who comes to mind. Tune in with your feelings and thoughts. Be the witness. How are you approaching this pose mentally today? Is it welcomed or tolerated? Is there a reflection in your feelings as how life is at the moment? Or is there an acceptance and a surrender and a letting go? Notice if that is reflective. So we'll take a nice deep breath. And gently come out. Which side felt better? I think I was easier in that second side. It's funny, isn't it, how the body can feel so different, or our emotions can feel so different as we come into a shape. Let's lie down, just reflect. Open up to the wisdom, open up to cultivating the observer within yourself, observing your feelings and thoughts, emotions. Enjoy following how your belly breathes. And then we'll come in with the knees. We're going to come into puppy, melting heart pose, rolling up to seated. So we came forward with our spines with dragonfly. So I wanted to just kind of get a very subtle back bend into our practice this evening. So bringing the body down. Again, this is working into our arms as well. We've done a few arm poses this evening. Use a pillow under the chest if you want that added support as well. Take your time to find the pose and fidget into it for a moment. Notice where you're holding tension. And then just keep trying to actively let go. I find this quite a hard pose to really let go in. So tune into how you're feeling around your calf muscles, and the backs of your thighs and the backs of your knees. Relaxing the abdomen. And as the body comes forward, there might be a little bit of tension in the shoulders and arms. Gradually see if you can let this go. Softening around the neck a little. Deep breaths. If this is aggravating shoulders or arms, please come out.
We won't hold it too long. Keep relaxing your calves and your legs if they decide to tense up. And then we'll just take one more breath. Lift the head slowly and then gradually walk the arms back. That is quite intense on the arms. Just have a moment as you bring your body back, perhaps. Feel into the back. Take a breath and let's find neutral. Let our spine realign. There's some days where I really like that pose and I find it quite easy, and then there are other days like this evening where it felt really intense. Notice if it has felt for you. It's a heart, really centered around the heart, so any kind of emotional issues, you might find it easy or you might find it really difficult and challenging. Another reflection of the mind-body connection. Deep breaths, lovely sigh, just let the body melt. Really lovely and stimulating also for your third eye, where we have the forehead on the mat for puppy. Notice how it feels to breathe, where we've been stimulating the heart and lung meridians through our arms as well. It might feel like there's kind of a freshness to your breath and ease. So just for a few minutes now, we'll just raise the legs. If you've got a blanket or a little cushion that you want to just bring under the buttocks, we'll have a couple of minutes before we relax, just to let the body come into a very soft inversion. I know that everybody likes this one. Very gentle on the body. You can have a nice bend in the knee if you want to, just however it feels right for you today. Notice your mind. What are your thoughts? What's going through your mind now? And are your thoughts reflecting into your feelings? And just allow whatever comes up. The beauty of yin and this quiet, nurturing practice is that we can allow whatever wants to reveal itself in a safe, nurturing space. Because when we don't allow our feelings and suppress them or pigeonhole them, press them down, they'll come up somewhere else. They will always reveal themselves in some way. So when we can consciously be aware and allow it, it's very healing. Let's take another breath and gently bend the knees. Drop the feet down. Just have one more moment back in neutral spine. Just a few breaths. And then gently just choose your position that you want to relax in. If it's seated, absolutely fine. If you're happy lying there, pull a blanket over you. I'm drawn to the angel cards again this evening. Sometimes it's just really lovely to receive whatever wisdom wants to reveal itself and come our way. So be open to perhaps a solution or an answer to a question. Okay, one's flipped over, actually two. So I'm going to take them. It's funny when that happens. I do allow myself to be guided by, if one falls out or one really sticks out, then I find often that is, okay, we're supposed to read that. So we have Archangel Gabriel. Bear with me while I just focus. You have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. I am with you as one of your guardian angels. You may wonder why an archangel is with you. I help many people simultaneously, and you are among them. I help those whose life purpose is in the arts or communication. I will help you polish and trust in your natural talents. Then I will open your doors the doors for you to express those talents in a way that will help others. What I need from you in return is honesty and cooperation. Tell me about your fears, your hopes, your confusion, your insecurities, and your dreams. Ask me to help you, and then please walk through the doors of opportunity that I open for you. I am on your side completely. My function is to be your coach, and as such, I may prod you along. Please know that I am only pushing you because I know that you need a little boost from above. That's lovely. And Merlina. You are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. You have felt like you are chasing your tail, looking at this option and then that. This indecisiveness is exhausting you, dear one. The reason why you're confused is that you do not have enough information to make an informed decision. Your choices appear too similar right now. But once you conduct additional research, your decision will become more clear. First, begin by asking God and the angels to enter your dreams and give you more information. Then ask your feelings to give you guidance. This means imagining what it would be like to make this decision. And then imagine what it would feel like to make another choice. Go deep within and notice how your body reacts as you try on the different options. If your gut or your jaw tightens,
This is a sign that something isn't right. If your heart flutters with warmth, then this is a sign that you're on the right path. Before making your final decision, seek the counsel of wise friends and teachers whose experience and intuition can guide you. So I hope that has, been some guidance for you. Sit with those two little messages. Just enjoy some quiet time. Gently, when you're ready, you can just draw your awareness back. Just witness that last thought. And you can slowly just move fingers and toes. Check in how you're feeling. How are you really feeling right now after your practice? Has it charged you up in a calming way? Do you feel replenished? And if you're lying down, just begin to hug in and have a nice stretch. If you're seated, by all means, just roll the shoulders, rock the head, whatever feels comfortable for you. Coming back into the physical body where we've been still for a while. Nice sigh. And then drawing hands to heart center. Om Shanti. Namaste.